Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Here we are, looking at the markets today. Thought I'd take a quick moment here to have a discussion with you guys here in my break at work, because it's quite fascinating to see what's going on today. Now, most of you know yesterday's video, which was commemorating a day that was predicted to be a possible date for a global reset, and could have been sparked by a whole number of different things. Some people think, well, there's going to be chaos of the markets, and then there will be this reset. And some are fearing that we are starting to see that. Yesterday, we saw an 832-point drop in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and today we saw it go down almost 200 points more. So that's about 1,000 points in 2 days time. The market has since recovered a bit since that happening, but gold and silver prices and palladium and platinum have all shot up a bit today. And though that kind of activity, that kind of movement, at least for today, may not be terribly surprising, there are a couple different factors involved in this. Number one, there is still a lot of concerns with regards to the tariffs and trade deals, especially with China. And they have not been worked out yet. Donald Trump keeps saying there's going to be something happening soon. They're going to strike a deal, and that even if they don't strike a deal, well, we'll come out ahead. But there's people are still very concerned because of what's involved with tariffs. Tariffs essentially are taxes. And the people who hurt the most are the citizens of both nations. And so ideally, the best thing is to have, with as little tariffs as possible, with the freest trade possible between nations, if they can agree. But if there's a lot of different complexities involved in that process, but that is hurting the market somewhat. The other factor is interest rates. And interest rates are being raised, and it's making the market nervous. It's a very delicate market, and with it being sky high, I believe it's overvalued right now. I believe there's some legitimacy to the stock market spike, but it's on top of another spike in the stock market that happened even before Trump took office that was largely inflated from quantitative easing and money coming from that sector and the bailouts from the banks and the like. With that being said, yesterday we didn't see much move in gold and silver prices, much at all. They stayed pretty much sideways. But today, even with the market somewhat recovering as of the recording of this video, gold and silver prices have shot up relatively steeply. Now, is this a sign of what's to come? I don't know. I don't want to make a prediction and say that this is a beginning of a crash, and I also don't want to say that it's not necessarily just another dead cat bounce, and that the markets could recover, because I do believe that if some sort of trade deal is struck, a substantive trade deal is struck with China, that these markets will recover sharply. And then if they do, then I believe we'll see another interest rate hike of 1/4 point before the year is out. But if the markets are going to be volatile as such and continue to either decline slowly or even more sharply, you can say goodbye to another interest rate hike, and you will also you can rest assured that the bottom for gold and silver prices has occurred. The dollar is down a bit today because of this movement and activity. And we'll see gold and silver start to slowly creep upwards now. Most of you know I've made a prediction that by the end of the year, gold will be close to $1,400 an ounce, but not quite reach it, and silver will be close to $20 an ounce, but not quite reach it. That prediction is still a bit looking less and less likely, but I think we could get closer to it. I believe we probably have seen the bottom now, no matter what happens with the stock market. If it fully recovers, the fact that there's this nervous twitch in the market is enough, I think, to cause to bring pause and people to look towards the safe haven of gold and silver. Gold and silver are doing exactly what they're supposed to do in times like this, when there's nervousness in the market. You know, there's the criticism of the stock market is that it is operated on fear and greed, and that is something that we are seeing here at play. People are fearful right now, and the greed portion, or what have you, or however you want to define it, occurred before when the stock market has reached all-time highs. It just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. People taking advantage, trying to make money in those markets, and it's moving ahead. So and that can fall very fast, as we've seen yesterday. Quite a big drop. And it's nervous today, but there's some recovery. The market could fully recover or partially recover. It could stabilize, and if it does, well, then everything is okay. None of us wants a stock market crash or the economy to go south or sour. But nonetheless, what we saw, or what we are seeing with gold and silver right now, should give us all the confidence that we're doing the right thing in accumulating these precious metals. So keep that in mind as we continue forth. And just thought I'd post this video real quick. I'm literally in my car outside in the rain on break, as I thought this was an important subject to cover at this time, and to encourage the community that gold and silver are where it's at, and we'll continue to accumulate it in times like these. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.